Syrian Arab army targets terrorists and their gathering in several areas, eliminating scores of terrorists. And the UN says ISIS terrorist organization shoulders responsibility for committing war crimes and crimes against humanity at a large scale in Syria. And in Homs countryside, security forces seize archaeological pieces unearthed by terrorists to the south of Palmyra to be smuggled outside the country. Good afternoon, this is news in English from the Syrian National Television in Damascus. The United Nations affirmed that the terrorist organization ISIS shoulders the responsibility of committing war crimes and crimes against humanity in Syria at a large scale. A United Nations report recently issued said that the ISIS forced people to change their religion, destroyed religious places and expelled minorities. The report also said that the terrorist organization beheaded scores of innocent civilians, including women, children and elderly, in several villages to the northeast of Syria. Syrian Arab army units managed to recontrol the strategic Rumman position near northeast of Admir in Damascus countryside, north of Damascus, opening Damascus-Iraq international highway. In Homs countryside, units of the Syrian army and the armed forces thwarted an attempt by the terrorists to sneak from southwestern series of Hassia mountains, killing a number of terrorists and destroying their equipment in the surrounding of a Sha'ir field. In Aleppo, army units killed a number of terrorists by targeting their gatherings and destroying their weapons and vehicles equipped with heavy machine guns in areas in Aleppo and its countryside. The People's Protection Forces in Ein Al-Arab managed to kill 40 ISIS terrorists in confrontations that took place to the east and south of the city. The People's Protection units also intercepted an attack launched by ISIS terrorists to the south of the city. Meanwhile, the Washington's coalition raided the positions of Khorasan terrorist organization for the third time since August, according to a statement released by the United States Military Command. In Iraq, Iraqi forces killed 35 ISIS terrorists in the villages of Kharbatrut to the northwest of Kirkuk and restored security to the village. The Iraqi forces, in coordination with members of al-Bunimir tribe, also carried out a qualitative operation that resulted in the killing of ISIS leader and his assistant. Meanwhile, Washington's coalition launched several raids against ISIS positions in Kirkuk that resulted in the killing of scores of terrorists. The British The Guardian newspaper said that the four brothers from the Australian city of Sydney joined the ISIS terrorist group following their infiltration to Syria through the Turkish terrorist territories last week. The Daily added that the family of the four Australians informed the authorities regarding their sudden absence. The Australian police admitted that some Australian citizens managed to leave the country with the aim of joining ISIS terrorist organization despite the tight security measures taken by the Australian authorities. The United Nations General Assembly renewed condemnation of the Israeli occupation of the Arab territories. Syria's UN Permanent Representative Dr. Bashar al-Jafari said that Israel has been violating the international law many times, especially by annexing Golan and cooperation with Takfiri terrorism in that area. Al-Jafari added that the recent United Nations resolutions sent a clear message to Israel, namely the occupation authorities should end its occupation. He also referred to the cooperation between the Takfiri terrorist organizations and Israel in the United Nations disengagement area. The envoys of Canada, the United States, Germany and Australia tried to deviate the objectives of the meeting, but the Syrian mission put it on the right track. And the Russian Duma Council affirms that the terrorist organizations in the Middle East receive an external financial support with the aim of destabilizing the region. In a statement, Chairman of the International Affairs Committee at the Duma Council, Alexei Poshkov, accused Washington of contributing to the appearances of ISIS and supporting it financially. He affirmed that the brutal crimes being committed by ISIS against the people of Syria and Iraq led to a grave humanitarian situation in the Middle East. In Homs countryside, the concerned bodies caught a number of artifacts south of Palmyra Farms oasis, as terrorists were planning to smuggle them outside Syria. These artifacts are dated back to the 2nd century AD, presenting accurately carved funerary plates for people from Palmyra. With this we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, www.syriaonline.sy. Now to the latest business and market news with Nariman Qassam, but after a short break.